I feel like Paul George before blaming himself, he really want to call out Russ. He really want to call out James Harden.
Kawhi only played 2 games. Russ is coming off the bench. It's between him and James. Hey, man, we played too much ISO ball. I know he ain't talking about himself. Blame James Harden.
Speaking of podcasts that players have, we get to hear from 2 LA guys that lost in that first round. And we get to understand where they're coming from and, why they lost. We're going to start with you guys as Guy, Paul George.
I don't think they necessarily.
That was funny.
I think the difference is we relied on too much isolation basketball, and when you don't make shots, like you don't have a chance in hell to win. And I think we relied on too much isolation, which their whole game plan was to load up and force someone else to make plays and force other people to shoot. So they were ending multiple defenders. They were plugging. They were, forcing kind of like, shutting the lane off by coming over and fake doubles, sending doubles. Like, I think they were mixing a lot of coverage up, which was making it hard to catch a rhythm. Whereas game 4 in our win in game 1, we played a lot faster. It was a quick pace. That's like how you got to be. The best teams right now and the teams that are still playing right now are young. And their youth, they play fast. They're quick pace. They're getting in offense quick. It's a lot tougher to guard that.
Right.
You can still play isolation through that, but it's tougher to load up when you're in transition, when, the ball is moved from one side to another. I think we just failed to do that. We relied on too much isolation. Like I said, it's tough when you're not making shots to beat a team. We just made it easy for them to, kind of just take over at that point.
First of all, get your feet off the furniture. Jesus Christ. I want a player to one time just say, you know what? It was me. Because I don't think Paul George had the greatest playoffs this go around. He is for sure the Ray Allens of Tracy McGrady's, right? Why you just can't say it was me? I dropped that one. He had 19.5 points. My God. 19.5 points, a steal, 5 assists, 7 boards. He shot 41% from the field, 37% from 3 on 8 3 attempts. Yeah. Wow. Why can't players just say it's them?
He had a 7-point game in game 3 even.
Oh, brother.
15-point game. Yeah.
The NBA playoffs are here, man. There's a lot of money to be made if you play daily fantasy sports. And if you want to get into the action, you guys can use Prize Picks, the sponsor of this podcast, our preferable way to play daily fantasy sports. We will show you how to play the game right now, and it is very, very simple. Just sign up for an account, download their app, go on their website, and make some picks. And if you really know ball, you can win some money. I'm going to go ahead and look down here. Kevin Durant, 36.5 points plus rebounds plus assists versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm sensing a big game from KD tonight, man. Hit more for me, please. And then Darius Garland has been letting me down all year, and it's just another day of the year. Hit less for me on the PRA as well for Darius Garland. Omar, you decide how much we put on the entry.
You got to risk it to get the biscuit. I'm going to put 210 on there. Hit place entry.
And if you use code LKIB, PrizePicks will match 100% of your first deposit up to $100. Shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring this video. Now let's get right back to the content. Yeah, we've already talked about players when they get to that level. Can't really necessarily come out there and say it's on me all the time, but I mean, sometimes it is refreshing to hear. And to give players credit, a lot of times they do say it. I think Kevin Durant recently did. I want to say someone else blamed themselves too. I think like half of the elimination teams, they're the best player, notorious players said we could have played better. I could have played better. Something like that.
I feel like a lot of these people too, a lot of these players want to say someone else. They just got to say something else. Like I feel like Paul George before blaming himself, he really want to call out Russ. He really want to call out James Harden. But nah, we was just playing too much isolation ball. When you play that way, the offense just gets stagnant. Yeah, man.
Yeah, they didn't have – I mean, he ain't wrong because they did play too much isolation and they don't have anyone that's necessarily good enough to slow down the pace and or big enough to bring up Russell Westbrook. Man, I ain't going to lie. It'd be bold if he did it. But if he had said, yeah, I didn't have the best series, Harden didn't have the best series, Russ didn't have the best series, that'd just be the truth. As much as me and Damo have ever since he's left LA been like, oh, okay, well, maybe you just weren't with us, gang. He been on time. And I think me and Damo even agree that he was their best player in the last playoffs. This playoffs is not that, not even close. Give whatever defensive flowers you want. Dog, he was not cooking. He had game 1, and that's it. So
Then they just sat there and blamed James Harden, as he should. Kawhi only played 2 games. Russ is coming off the bench. It's between him and James. Hey, man, we played too much ISO ball. I know he ain't talking about himself. Nigga blame James Harden.
Really, there's only 2 motherfuckers really playing ISO ball, yeah.
Russ was just missing. Russ wasn't really ISOing like those.
Yo, yeah, Norman Powell was just ISOing too much.
I was saying, unless he playing Ty Lue for going to fucking Zubac that much, like, yo, Zubac just post moves, like, yeah, hey, he blaming James Harden.
Well, I'll tell you what, somebody's gonna blame his black ass. Friend of the show.
You got teams in the playoff right now. Obviously, the Cavaliers, you have the Thunder, the Pacers. They used to have like crazy superstars that would make a crazy impact. Would Carmelo be decent for either the Knicks or the Nuggets? Now, shout out to my nigga Justin Holiday, but Justin Holiday gives him that this Melo can play.
Nuggets would be really, really unstoppable. Because, I mean, people know how good Melo was. KD would be amazing with OKC. PG would be really good with the Pacers. Pacers would be scary.
But I think their kryptonite would always be what it is. Either Halliburton would have to mature into like the go-to game ender, or PG is just going to. A Halliburton matchup might be cakewalk to certain people, G. You know what I mean? Like coming down the stretch. Like that's not in no disrespectful sense. But then I'm just saying because that's the only best option because PG has a history of not showing up, which is an understatement. Just the other day. I never met a human that will let a media rumor drive his like energy or personality. Like somebody's like, I heard he going to Philly. And because like, you know what? I'm going to Philly, G. Do you know how soft that team gonna be if him and Embiid go together? It'd probably be the most skilled duo ever since Kobe and Shaq. Embiid to be hurt and PG gonna be Aldo.
Damn.
What? That was a lot.
Damn.
And you know what? And you know what I'm about to do right now?
God damn.
And guess what I'm doing right now? I'm going to StatMuse. And I am typing Paul George versus Evan Turner.
Yeah, no. I'm 90% sure I understood what he was saying. And damn, Evan. Nah, hey, if y'all got to run the clip back, anybody in the comment section, go for it. But I'm 90% sure I got what he was saying. Yeah. That nigga said, he goes to Indiana. Hold on now. Like, Melo to the Nuggets, fine. But he go to Indiana.
He literally said the thing that we've been thinking.
Yeah. But it's like softest team of all time, and it's all media driven. What's insane? Hey, you get a first take headline, and he's like, "Yep, guess I'll just
wait, Dom. What you say?
Let me just say, depending on when some of these games were, I'm not gonna lie, Evan Turner might have something going on. Because some of these games, matter of fact, let me just share my screen. Some of these games, depending on these times, hey man, this nigga Paul George stunk. This nigga was stinky. Some of these games, nigga. Some of these games. When that nigga was in Philly, hey, he ain't lying. He done seen Paul George 3-14. What's the
thing? A lot of 30s and 40s. Oh, brother.
Hey,
yeah.
Towards the bottom. Yeah. Now, hey, started to bust his ass. Paul George started busting his ass. These are minutes, by the way. These are minutes. These are points. So this column right here is minutes. Yeah.
All the way left.
Yeah. No.
Which column's points?
It's points.
The second column.
Okay.
The second column.
All the way left.
This column is points. This column is minutes. Yeah.
So I'm trying to laugh too. I'm like, damn, 2012, he dropped 44 on him. I don't know.
That's what I see. I'm like, God damn, his first 40-point game. But this game, 44 minutes, 13-7. Hey, 25, 4.
Yeah, once he left Boston. His ass busted. Damn.
So Evan Turner, Evan Turner just got some secret smoke with Paul George. That's all that is.
Now let's see if y'all keep it consistent though when we go over to friend of the show, LeBron.
Shit, where am I emotionally right now?
I hate him already.
I don't know, to be honest.
I don't care about basketball. That ass.
Right now. Obviously, going against the defending champions in the first round is always going to be a difficult challenge. We knew that coming into it. Fuck, we had so many opportunities, man. And to lose in 5, 2 of them being game winners by, Jamal, his greatness.
Big shot merchant.
the opportunities. Obviously, being up, 20, in game 2, in their building and losing that game, and having so many opportunities in other games, you just feel like shit. If one play here, one play there, could have made a hell of a difference. But when you're playing against a team like that, you have zero room for error. And I believe we made too many errors in some of the games. I've seen some crazy ass stat about the minutes that we were leading in the series compared to losing in the series. We both know that's a little bit of fool's gold, because most playoff games come down to 1 or 2, 3 or 4 possessions. And if you're not able to capitalize off those possessions or make plays during those possessions, then that's how you lose games. So, emotionally, I feel like we was right there, obviously in every game to be able to steal a game. But also at the same time, we weren't, and that's why we lost the series. And shit hurts, obviously. Being a competitor, I am. Competitor you are. You've been in multiple series in your career as well, but. Fuck, man, I feel like, a couple plays here, a couple plays there. We could have won the series, but the better team won. Better team won for sure.
I feel like Bron swears just to remind motherfuckers that he can swear,
Fuck.
Out of place person. I'm not gonna lie. Compared to the PG clip where PG obviously was blaming James Harden, I mean, I'm not gonna say LeBron just took accountability, but he definitely didn't seem like he was pointing the finger. I didn't get to just he was just blaming other people. I mean, again, he didn't just flat out, hey man, I should have been better. But it wasn't, if niggas are saying he blaming his teammates or blaming him in that clip, I would just say, hey man, you're reaching.
Yeah, I don't see him blaming anybody there. In fact, most of it was pretty surface level, media day. Okay, cool, whatever shit. I agree. Shit's ass, LeBron. However, the only thing that I was like, what do you mean? Is the stat that he's talking about. I know that is the glorious LeBron James. I haven't touched the basketball day in my life, yada, yada, yada. But hey, man, the stat is a stat for a reason, because y'all niggas were selling basketball games in 4K. Whether it was you, Ham, the player, the roster, whatever, y'all were selling the series is the point of the stat, not that the stat is an embodiment or an outlier in NBA history.
The opportunities was D'Lo. That's who he was referring to. The missed opportunities, it was D'Lo. Y'all know that right now. Also, them headphones look tight as heck. Now let me. It was tight as fuck, dude, hugging the fuck out of his head. LeBron look uncomfortable, man. Damn.
He don't want to be there. He want to be playing still, so he can talk all this bullshit he want to.